Hey everyone, Jared Pickford here from Storytowns, and today we are venturing to the southern Grampian Shire. And let me tell you why. So we all know there's some kind of crazy virus on the loose, and here at Storytowns we want to keep you connected with local businesses and the people behind them. Because let's be honest, most people will be doing it tough right now, and when we can venture back outside, we want to support these amazing people. So we thought we would make our normal driving podcast tours available for you to listen to from the comfort of your own home. And if you know anyone out there who also wants to tell their story about getting into business or anything else, not just business, but activities and groups and anything to do with community, just go to our website, storytowns.com.au, and let me know, because right now our communities are segregated in our little spots, and we want to use the power of podcasts to bring everyone together. In this first podcast, we're over in Coleraine, we're at the Catching Pen, and then after this interview, you're going to meet Chrissy from Chrissy Made. Chrissy makes the best biscuits and cakes and slices around. Anyway, let's start with Axie and Hayley from Catching Pen. Now, this is a beautiful cafe, and I just saw the biggest Anzac biscuits in the world. Whose idea was that?
They're my specialty. I'm Axie, and I'm a co-owner with Fiona Robertson. Yeah. But yeah, Anzacs are my thing, and sometimes they spread and sometimes they don't. So those ones happen to be too big to get in the jar.
I kind of liked them, Axie. I thought they were great. Tell me how. Okay, so let's back up a little bit. How did Catching Pen? How did it come about? And Catching Pen is a sheep farming term. Yes. Let's start there.
Well, Catching Pen is part of the shearing shed. So when the sheep come in to be shorn, that's the last pen that they go into before the shearer drags them out and shears them. So that's Catching Pen. We just wanted to have something sheep and wool related, because that's what Coleraine is to me. It's a town that's sort of developed over the years for big shearing community. There's lots of people that have been involved in the shearing industry that grew up in Coleraine. And yeah, my friend and I just decided that we thought we really wanted something really nice in Coleraine and something for the community to enjoy. And over to you, Hayley.
I've got another question for you, though. When did you open? How long ago did you open?
Exactly 12 months ago.
Oh, you're only fairly new.
We're very new. So January 2019 we opened the doors, and so we're very new and we're learning.
Tell me more about the food. So Hayley, okay, so I'll jump over to Hayley here because you're managing the place. Food, inspirations, tell me all about it.
Well, we just wanted somewhere that was not just your ordinary sandwiches, ham and cheese and salad sort of sandwiches. So it's a little bit nicer than that. We make our own pies here. So they've been an absolute hit. There's been a few write-ups in magazines.
What? Wait, which magazines? Tell me. Give me
there's one, a Horsham Way, actually. I can't remember what it was called, but yeah, there was a little write-up in that. So
about your pies specifically?
About the pies, yeah.
You mentioned that you were living up in Alice Springs before you came back down here, yeah?
Yes, I lived up there for 10 years, so I really enjoyed that, but it's good to be home as well.
Oh, yeah, so you grew up here, you went away, you come back. Yeah. Okay, so then tell me, what does it mean to you?
Oh, this is home.
Really?
Yeah, this is home, and yeah, it's a nice little community. You know, I've got a son that's wanted him to grow up here just as I did and enjoy the small town things, which is lovely, yeah.
And Alexi, did I say that right? Axie. Oh my God, how come Axie? Axie. All right, I'll get that out by the end of it. I promise, Axie. And Axie, so you live on a sheep farm too?
Yes, we live on a sheep farm that's about half an hour away, and we haven't been here all our time, but we've spent a lot of time, and we're now here a lot of our time. So it's we live and breathe sheep.
And the decor in this place, who did the decor? Actually, I want to say this was you.
Well, it's been a combined effort, basically. But Sally Lodge, who has a business across the road, she's an interior decorator. She helped us with a lot of the colours.
She's very well known, is that right? I've heard of her before.
She's actually had most of her career living in London and around England, doing up pubs and things. But she's set up in the mighty Coleraine, and so it's another shop that's open, which is exciting.
And what have you seen? Has there been changes in? I guess Hayley, you went and came back. Did you see some changes in Coleraine as going away and then coming back here? What have you seen?
Well, when I first come back, which would have been 9 years ago, the town sort of felt like it was going backwards. It was, not much was happening. There was, not people around. But we've sort of had a little bit of a boom with people that are just retiring. So they're still young enough to be out and about and stuff like that. So with us opening here and Sally Lodge across the road, there's a new chemist that he's opened up. So we'll keep the chemist going, I should say. So that's, really nice for the town that it's, it's nearly buzzing. Like it's...
I can feel it. I can totally feel it when we were coming through last night.
Yeah, it's a nice little town and, people are about and walking up the street and, yeah.
Well, ladies, thank you so much for talking to me. We're excited and I'm excited that Collerane's, it's coming part of, it's buzzing a little bit. So I'm glad that you're part of it and thanks for doing this.
Thank you.
My next guest and next stop is Chrissy Made with Cakes and Biscuits. Oh, good morning, Chrissy Gorman.
Good morning, Jared.
Now, you own Chrissy Made. Now, they tell me you're the cake and biscuit queen around here. Is that true?
Well, I try very hard and, I'm getting there.
Not what my friend said. She said you make the best white chocolate mud cakes.
It is one of the more popular ones, and I do try to not eat it myself, but it is a bit tempting.
You're cooking, you're making food and some biscuits and everything for cafes around here, and you do sell in here also, and people can come pick up and buy.
Yeah, I do, and I'm very lucky that I supply a couple of local cafes.
Mm-hmm. Have you always had a love for cooking?
Always had a love for cooking.
And we were talking before, I saw you've got some tomato relish here. Mostly all the fruit and vegetables that you cook, they come from your land.
Yeah, try to. So we try to grow the tomatoes for the tomato relish, the rhubarb for the rhubarb jam. Wherever I can, I use our fruit trees, our produce. Water is a bit tight in the country, as we know, but trying really hard to produce from here, which is just the most beautiful part of the world. So yeah, it is something that I really feel proud about. To grow it and cook it is just amazing. When I started, I just thought, wow, there's not going to be that much of a need for caking full time, but I'm blown away by the local support. So I have had to cap cake orders each week, and that's just because I really enjoy the slow food movement, taking my time, making it right.
You were saying before there was a part of your life where you thought, I need to slow down, and you had to do some soul searching, you said before. Was it this part of the slow movement? Yeah,
very much so. And it took me a year to decide what to do. So for a year I was a bit in limbo, and everybody was thinking I'd gone off the grid. They probably still think I have.
We all have that in our life. It's not just you, don't worry.
And look, to tell you the truth, it's lovely to go off the grid for a little while.
It is.
I'm, quite a few kilometres from town, so it's so peaceful here. I have a setup where I can put music on, but I have it on for about 10 minutes and I turn it off because I love to hear just the sounds around me and take my time to do the stuff.
Because when I think of slices, I think of the 80s when my mum was cooking slices. Are you a classic slice? Are you a modern slice?
Oh, I love the classics.
Really? Just talk me through some.
Yeah, so, look, I've got a book, and I started off and I thought, right, let's go back to the old apple slices and the traditional hedgehogs and things.
A bit of vanilla slice in there too.
Oh, absolutely.
Jelly slice.
Yeah, we have one complaint that comes up regularly is that there's never any for this house.
Oh, that's poor.
So, yeah,
poor effort, Chrissy.
The poor family, if they have to go, over to my cooking house and get something out of the fridge, you often hear the whinging come back that you cooked that and didn't give any to us.
Have you invented anything? Do you get inspiration from others?
I love to adapt recipes. So if I find something that works really well, I'll adapt it. So at the moment, my most popular cake flavour is lemon and coconut, and it is something that I have developed. So I'm pretty proud of that recipe because I did make it up, yeah.
And my final question, your favourite thing to eat that you make?
Oh, sweet. Are you asking?
Whatever you want. You tell me whatever you make that you love to eat. What's your favourite?
Wow, I'd probably have to say a biscuit with a cup of tea at the end.
Which biscuit?
A yo-yo.
Of course. Well, thanks for talking to me, Chrissy.
Thanks, Jared. Lovely to meet you.
Thank you, Chrissy. And if you want to contact Chrissy, just go to Facebook and look up Chrissy Made, CHRISSY, full stop, Made, MADE, and her instructions of what to do and how to contact her is on her Facebook page. Buy local. Get local cookies and cakes and biscuits. Woohoo! Stay safe, everyone, and we're going to continue sending a series of podcasts out about the local community and connecting everyone via Storytown. So please go share, join us on Facebook or Instagram and YouTube now, or Spotify. Thanks, everyone, and keep a lookout for new podcasts.